So, hello everybody, welcome back. I hope we're all doing really well. Today I have a favourites video for you, and it only feels like I filmed the last one, a couple of days ago, but it's actually been 4 weeks now. March just dragged and felt like the longest month in history, but April has gone like that. It's gone so quickly. I'm still trying to get my bearings, but here we are at the end of April, so as is tradition, I'm going to do an April favourites. Last month's favourites was all based around my working from home essentials. So all things that kind of help me get through the day, things that make my life a little bit easier. That video was very structured and had a lot of point to it, whereas this favourites and the things that I've managed to cobble together for you today have absolutely none of that. It is a complete mismatch of things, which kind of represents how my April has gone. It's been very here, there and everywhere. So I'm just gonna take you through my favourite things from the month, as random as they are. I'm gonna start with this behind me first because I, number one, want to drink it, and number two, it's going to melt. I'm sure we are all no strangers to this trend, this coffee trend that's been happening over the last couple of months that I think has kind of just stemmed more from the fact that people can't go out and get their good barista made coffee. So this is a Dalgona iced coffee. The internet really does not need another video of somebody making one of these, but basically all you need, so easy, is equal parts instant coffee, sugar and hot water. That is all there is to it. You whisk it up, you stir it, blend it, do whatever you can with it. It's basically like a really creamy, rich iced latte. You do have to kind of stir it a little bit to get it all together, but it tastes amazing and I'm addicted to them. I think it's more down to the fact that they're just full of sugar as to why they taste so good and why they're so addictive. But it's just been one of my favourite things to make and to drink this month. The one thing I think that really speeds along the whole process, and that I'm sure many of you have just sitting in a drawer somewhere, is one of these. It's like an electric whisk with a tiny little head. I think these are called Frothers. You can find them on Amazon. I think I got this years ago on there for something like £10, maybe less. But this makes the actual process of whisking the coffee up, which if you're doing it by hand can take about 10 minutes. And I have not got 10 minutes to make coffee in the morning. This takes it down to about 30 seconds, which is amazing. So if you're very into your Dalgona coffees at the moment, or if you're thinking about trying one but don't want to put the effort in, highly recommend fishing around in the bottom of a kitchen drawer. I'm sure you have one of these and it makes life so much more simple. I've been drinking mine with oat milk, but whatever is your preference on milks, go for it. It really tastes so good. So my second favourite, which I think I also need to address because it's been taking up way too much of my time, is this thing. More specifically, the game that is on it, Animal Crossing. I don't know how to quit you. It's actually so nice to be able to just switch off, go and plant some flowers or collect some fruit and just mess around in your own little town where everything is peaceful and happy and calm. And the worst thing that could possibly happen to you is being stung by a wasp. I think the release of Animal Crossing, the new one, has coincided so incredibly well, almost too well, with people being at home and needing something to fill their time with, because I certainly have been taking advantage of that. It's actually such an amazing game just to chill out to, and I know some people haven't tried it and haven't played it and don't get it, but really it's very relaxing. The music in the background, the little like menial tasks that you're doing, and all the kind of graphics and little cute pictures and things like that, it's just so chilled and amazing. I mentioned in my last favourites that I was really struggling to concentrate on things other than games. I've completely reverted back into my teenage years and have started playing video games again. I was playing Spyro a lot last month. Poor Spyro has been completely neglected for this. I kind of feel quite bad for him. I think it's the portability as well, which is both wonderful and dangerous too, of having this on a Nintendo Switch. This is the Nintendo Switch Lite. I got the yellow one because I thought it was cute. But I will take myself to bed and sit and play this for a little bit, and it really does just completely calm me down. A lot of you who are interested in Animal Crossing have asked to see my town, so maybe I'll make a video on that. I have a little idea brewing in my brain that combines a few things together in one video that I know you've all been asking for, so I will get back to you on that. So let's talk about some beauty products. I'm sure that's why most of you are here. I have fallen in love with these two things. They're both from Elemis. They're from the Frangipani Monoi range, and I have the shower cream here and the body cream. I've been trying so hard to keep my skin moisturized. For some reason it's just drying out at an incredibly quick rate at the moment. I think it's something to do with stress, but you know, it could just be me not drinking enough water. So I've been trying to use a body cream every day, body lotion after I shower, and I had a little mini sample of this kicking around, tried it, and was just transported back to a few years ago when I think I last used it. The smell of it is amazing. So I quickly kind of hopped on that train, bought myself the big size and the shower cream too. And I've been keeping this in the bathroom, in the bedroom. So this is kind of like my evening routine. I'll take a nice hot shower, I'll use the shower cream and then the body lotion, and these two together just, oh, it really enhances the scent, I think, when you use a couple of body products from the same range. This is actually really moisturizing as well. I do struggle with shower gels and washes and things like that because they do tend to dry out my skin. Usually I'll use the Glossier shower oil, I think that's what it's called, which is amazing. But this I've been really enjoying switching up and using. So that, along with the body cream, which is also, it's not super rich and hard to spread around. I'm not a fan of a body butter so much. More I like a lotion or a cream because they're just easier and quicker to use. So this kind of ticks all the boxes for me. And again, the smell is just so good. I think all my bed covers and pajamas and sheets and things end up smelling like this because I'm just drenched in it usually when I take myself to bed. Another actually wonderful smelling product that I wanted to mention as well is this hair mist from Playa. Playa are a brand I've really come to love for their hair products. I use their shampoo and conditioner now religiously. It's amazing. I've talked about those quite a bit before, but I've just recently discovered this, which is kind of an interesting and different type of product. I don't have anything like this. It's called the Nude Mist. It's a 3-in-1 style refresh, smooths creases and restores your style. This is kind of, I thought when I bought it, like a dry shampoo, but it is not. It doesn't do anything in the way of absorbing oil or actually cleaning your hair, but what it does is just refresh it. The smell of this, it's just insane. It's neroli and sugarcane, which I think is the general scent for their whole range. I cannot get over how good this is. It's so warm and a little bit floral and fruity, but really musky and vanilla-y too. So I've actually just been using this as like a hair perfume. I will spray this on my hair multiple times throughout the day. In terms of the actual restorative properties it's supposed to have, I usually sleep with my hair up in a top knot or a bun. So when I take it down in the morning, I do notice that sometimes it is a bit creased or dented in ways that don't always drop out after a while. So I've been spraying this in when I take my hair down in the morning. It's like giving it a bit of a ruffle, maybe brushing it out, and it just makes my hair feel very clean and fresh and smelling so good. I've also been spraying this in my hair when I wash it. I've been spraying it, you know, just in the middle of the day when I'm bored and feel like it. I would love it if Playa would come out with an actual perfume in this fragrance because it's so good. So a couple of makeup favorites next. I literally have two here. Makeup has been very scarce on the ground at the moment. If I'm wearing it, it's exactly the same thing over and over on repeat. I've done a couple of get ready with me videos this month, so if you're interested in that, go and have a look at those. But most of the time it has been just very minimal, very simple, very me. So my two couldn't live without products that I really had to mention. I could just do a whole entire makeup look with these products. The Glossier Stretch Concealer. Of course, this is the backbone of my entire makeup routine. It just holds everything together. If I don't have this, I feel like I can't do my makeup anymore. I use it on a sponge and I'll just take it where I feel like I need it. Most of the time that's under my eyes, but if I'm just doing like a no foundation look, I'll put it in the places that need covering. It just blends in so beautifully to your skin. It's so easy to apply, it wears really well, and it keeps my skin moisturized. So it's such an essential if you do have quite dry skin and you find most concealers tend to kind of get quite flaky or cling to dry patches. This has never ever done that for me. And then the second is the Nude Sticks Nudies Matte Beach Babe. I felt this has been quite controversial when I mentioned it. I have been using this as a bronzer all over my skin. It's a little twist up cream product. in a stick here. So easy to use, really simple to blend. To me, this is kind of the ultimate bronzing colour for fairer skins. It's very red toned, and I think that's why some people are confused as why I'm not using this as a blush and instead putting it all over. And I think that really like reddy undertone bronzer just makes it look like you've actually been out in the sun. It makes it look like you've got, you know, a little bit of warmth, like you've caught the sun a bit, but obviously in a very safe and removable way. I just love it. I think it makes my skin look really healthy more than anything. It gives a bit of colour when I want it, and it's just been massively part of my makeup routine. I might film actually next time I do a get ready with me or a makeup look, my no foundation routine, which is basically using these products. So if you want to see that, let me know. So in terms of favourites that I have been wearing this month, again, it has just been loungewear on repeat. There's been a couple of days actually that I have felt like wearing a proper outfit, more so if I'm planning on leaving the house and I'm trying to take advantage of that. But for the most part, I have just stuck to whatever is coziest, whatever is most comfortable. And I know that's not for everybody. Some people definitely are way more productive when they get dressed and, you know, wear proper clothes. If that is you and that works for you, then you do you. But for me, comfy clothes is the way to go. So there's actually two things that I wanted to talk about. These have been life-saving for me. Life-saving is probably a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but they have been so good. So when it comes to getting dressed, usually if I'm throwing on just a t-shirt or a hoodie, I'll still want to wear a bra just so I feel a little bit more supported throughout the day. And who wants to be wearing a real like rigid, underwired, uncomfortable bra when they're just around the house? I'm definitely not one of those people. And at the same time, I still want to wear something because I want to feel like the girls are taken care of. So I was looking for that perfect in-between type of comfy bra, and I have found it in the form of these Arket. I think they're actually yoga tops. They're somewhere in between a sports bra, a bra, and a crop top, but they're made of this really amazing elasticated material that just holds everything in and feels very comfortable and secure. They're not really tiny either. They're not like those little triangle bras that my boobs just spill out of completely. They have a little bit more coverage, and they really just feel like wearing a very comfortable, very easy sports bra. Sometimes I do wear these when I'm doing yoga, maybe not for running or anything too active because they don't really do the job in terms of that. But I have just been putting these on every single day to wear around the house. They are so comfortable, so easy to wear. I have a couple of colours here. I've got the black one as well as the white. Sometimes I'll just wear these as a top with a pair of joggers if it's really warm. They are great. I've been wearing them for a long time, but now especially they are really coming into their own. I think these are just a really undiscovered, amazing range. Arket's activewear is actually great. They have a matching set of leggings for these too, if you do want to wear them for something more active. But for me, day to day, they've just been the absolute go-to for a comfy, easy to wear bra. So on to the even more random of favourites this month. I have a couple of like homey bits. One is an app that I have very recently discovered, but I think is kind of life-changing and really has blown my mind. It's called Planta. So I have this on my phone in front of me. I'm going to try and show you what it looks like here. But basically this is all about plants, indoor plants, outdoor plants as well, I think. I have quite a few plants actually, and I like to think I'm not the worst for killing them off. A few of them unfortunately have taken that route, but for the most part they stay alive and they're pretty healthy. The one thing I'm really bad at remembering though is when to water them and also how much to water them depending on, you know, the type of plant they are, what they need, where they're living. So basically what you do is enter all of your plants, and then you can also separate them by rooms. Obviously different rooms in different houses are going to have different types of lighting, different heat sources, so they're all going to need various different levels of care. So I have my living room here, which has got the most plants in it. I've got a few monstera plants, the cheese plants. I've got a couple of palms and various different things in there. So the cheese plant, for example, if you click on info here, it tells you how often you actually have to water it, the condition it should be in when you water it, and when to fertilize, when to mist, all these different things. So much information actually that, you know, I can't take this all in. But basically what I use this for is the tasks. So it tells you exactly what you need to do and when. I need to water quite a lot of things right now. So once I do that, I'll kind of go through and I'll tick it off. And then it will remind me the next time it comes around to watering to do that for that plant in particular. I thought that was so clever and incredibly helpful as well. I have kind of noticed, being sort of around the house more, that some of my plants are not looking as healthy as they could be. So hopefully with some good maintenance and good plant care, they should all be back to full health very soon, which I'm excited about. One thing that I do use, which I thought was worth mentioning, is this little mister here. Quite a few of the plants I have like to be quite humid and they like to have their leaves misted. So I have a couple of these just kind of sitting around the house in various different places. They just have water in them and I use it to spray the leaves. I also don't think that these are actually amber glass bottles look too out of place just sat on a shelf. They're actually quite pretty and aesthetically pleasing, so that makes me happy. And then another kind of homey around the house favourite has been this candle. Candles in particular, actually, I've been lighting them so much more than I usually would around this time of year. Normally autumn and winter would be when I'm burning the most candles because they tend to be quite a Christmassy thing for me. But at the moment I have been just trying to make my evenings a little bit cozier and nicer. I've been trying to keep the vibe very chilled and just set myself a nice atmosphere, and candles have definitely been helping with that. This one I have had in a drawer for God knows how long. I was kind of rooting around in my stash and I pulled it out, and it is the perfect summer candle. It's from Jo Malone. It's the Honeysuckle and Davana candle. Jo Malone candles are some of my favourites. I think they scent them so beautifully. Jo Malone scents in general, their perfumes as well, are always very different. The combinations of the ingredients that they use do tend to be very unique to Jo Malone, and they always smell very strongly, so really when you light this you can smell it in the whole room, but they're very soft and they're very delicate fragrances. This is like walking into a fully in bloom summer garden. The honeysuckle is so strong and so beautiful. It just reminds me of flowers and sunshine, a little bit like sun cream as well, just all good summery things. So I've been burning that a lot and really have been enjoying it. It makes me feel like there's a little bit of summer inside my house when I can't really enjoy it as much as I'd like to outside. So that is another favourite of mine, and I think we are actually at the end of this very random list of things. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'm really gonna have to work hard on next month's favourites. If I do one at all, let me know if you'd rather see just a really random assortment of things like today, or if you want something more structured. Maybe I should wait a couple of months until I really kind of get back into things, because I haven't been trying a lot of new stuff. I haven't really been buying anything or spending money other than on bread making equipment. That is where most of my energy has been dedicated right now. Let me know what you think on that one, and thank you all so much for joining me again today. I hope you all have an amazing Friday night and a great weekend, and I will see you all soon. Bye.